Right, I'll say the same thing that I said on Friday night. Most important thing for us this season is our response to success, our response to adversity. We had a good win on Friday night and we turned around, and we always talk about the fact that the most important game on our schedule is the next game, and tonight that game was New Mexico Highlands. Now that we've gotten through that game, next game will be Southern Utah. And thought that our pressure turned the game around, thought we got great contributions off our bench. I thought when Dwayne Morgan, when Goodluck Okonobo, when Jordan, Derek Jones, Jalen Porzan went in the game, I thought it changed the game. And then our starters came back in and did a great job and built the lead up at halftime. That's the thing that's great about this team. Talked about it, our personnel, but also our depth, and that's what makes us a very dangerous team in terms of how we play. And it's going to be different guys on different nights, many different guys on many different nights. And so the adjustment for our guys, and it'll be ongoing this season, is just understanding that guys are not going, some guys won't play as many minutes maybe as they played last year, but it's about team, and it's about wearing out a team over the course of a 40-minute game, over the course of non-conference, over the course of conference, and that's just something that's really important. I was really proud of our effort. Told the guys after the game the number I was proudest of was 24, and that was the number of assists that we got tonight. 16 assists in the first game, 24 assists in this game, so it's indicative of playing hard and playing together. It'll be a quick turnaround for us. We'll come back. We will go hard tomorrow and get ready for Southern Utah. Another team like Cal Poly has got several seniors. They'll stretch the floor. They'll often have 4 three-point shooters on the floor. But leadership of our older guys was key with the turnaround. Ben Carter, Jerome Seegers, Ike, all were great leaders tonight. Questions?
Morgan's box score doesn't look like anything too impressive, but can you just expand on how much he impacted this game?
Yeah, and Dwayne Morgan's minutes aren't indicative of the contribution that he made. He obviously fouled out, or he would have played the last 4 minutes of the game. I thought that Dwayne Morgan on the ball in our press was what changed the dynamic of the game. Early on, we talked about the fact that New Mexico Highlands has Division I athletes on their team. They played with us for a fairly significant portion of the first half, and I thought his energy on the ball, our pressure, turned the game around, and that's what we want to do. If we can, over the course of a game against all the teams on our schedule, go on various mini runs, 4-0 run, 6-2 run, whatever, and I know this one was a little bit bigger than that. But I just think that Dwayne Morgan was a big part of that. Just to have a guy like that to be able to come off the bench and accept his role is a big part of the success of our group so far.
How much did your press change with Dwayne Morgan?
The scheme doesn't change at all. Just Dwayne is very, very good at playing that madman spot. He was good at it last year when we played some 1-3-1, and he was at the point of the 1-3-1, and he takes a lot of pride in being that energy guy. I thought Ben Carter got us going to start the game as well. I thought he did a great job on the ball as well. And then we've got Goodluck who plays there. We've got Dwayne who plays there. So we can have multiple guys to throw out in terms of the press. And then we got Goodluck and Ben and Steven Zimmerman in the back to protect. I don't know. Well, that was something that Goodluck came to me yesterday. We talked about it briefly. We said we'd think about it overnight, and then we met this afternoon, and it was entirely his idea. He just said he felt like he would have a better feel for the game if he came off the bench. He said it was all about team, and he just wants to help the team as best he can. I thought his energy off the bench was great. So we'll sit down and talk about it, and obviously ultimately I'll make the decision, but I just like the fact we got a lot of options. I've often said that we got 8 or 9 guys who could easily be starters on this team, and so for us to continue to be good and get better, we got to have guys accept their roles, and tonight was an indication that that's what's going to happen. But that's what's going on right now, is that we're considering redshirting him, and so we'll have to make that decision obviously shortly. So he did not, that is correct, he did not play tonight.
Do you think Derek Jones, obviously this is not rocket science, he's going to be a fan favorite because of the highlight reel type plays?
It appears that way. He makes some pretty spectacular plays, and he just has a knack for getting the ball up around the rim and in the basket. I mean, in terms of what he does, and plays hard, and I've said it many times, our freshmen, Steven, Jalen, Derek, Austin, extremely coachable group, and those guys just keep getting better because they're so coachable. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive, some of the athleticism that Derek Jones displays. Probably won't be the last time he makes a highlight play.
What do you focus on in the next couple of days? Because it is a quick turnaround. You guys Southern Utah in a couple of nights.
Well, I think it's, first of all, the number one focus is the fact that Southern Utah is an excellent three-point shooting team. They're going to have 4 players on the floor at all times that can make three-point shots. So we've got to contest, get out to shooters, contest shooters, and then defensive rebound the ball. And I think the other thing is we've got to have a little bit better pace to our offense pushing the ball up the floor. Our half-court offense is getting better, but when we get defensive stops, we want to push the ball up the floor and not necessarily with the dribble. We've always got the ball screen that we can get to, but if we can early the ball up with the guys we got running, whether it's Ike or Derek or Jordan or Pat or Jalen, whoever it is, if we can early the ball at the floor, get the ball down on the block, good things happen. Because our big guys, Ben Carter, Steven Zimmerman, Dwayne, and Good Luck are all excellent passers. But those would be 2 things: contesting three-point shooters, rebounding the ball, and then pushing the pace offensively. And then figure out a way to make some free throws.
Are you thinking about redshirting Green because you realistically just can't put more than 10 guys or what?
Just a consideration in terms of trying to figure out what's best for him, what's best for the program. He's done a good job for us in practice. Tyrell's a good player. Tyrell averaged double-figure points and 7 rebounds a game on a very good junior college team last year.
Any more for Coach Rice? Let's go.
All right.
Ben and Ike.
I mean, I think the start of our run was really when Dwayne got on the head of the press and really started making some plays. I think that really set the tone for our team defensively. But, you know, I just try to set an example, you know, because I think it's contagious. If I get on the floor, you know, the next guy will want to get on the floor, and then the next guy. And I think that's important for the type of team we want to be, because, you know, we just want to be a reckless, you know, all-out type team. You know, not really worried about small stuff, you know, little floor burns or whatnot, and just get after it defensively and kind of let that transition into our offense.
And what was it that really turned the tide there? You guys struggled to find rhythm offensively, and then was it the passing? Was it the energy that came off the bench?
I think that our bench did a great job. Good Luck and Dwayne really set the tone defensively, and that was, like I said before, you know, that was what really sparked our run and really got guys going. And then, you know, when they went out, you know, we brought in our starting lineup again, and guys from the starting lineup, and continue to play with high energy. And you know, that's important. You know, it's, if, you know, Coach always says, if it's not, you know, someone's got to do it. You know, if it's not one person's night, you know, someone else has got to do it. And I think if we start defensively, you know, if we start the game defensively minded and, you know, try to get going with our defense, then our offense will always come, because we have extremely talented players on the offensive end.
For either player, I mean, you guys probably aren't going to pull off like 23-year-old runs all the time, but just when this got going tonight, did that feel like kind of what the team is striving for, like the type of style and just the plays that you're able to make?
You got it, bro.
Yeah, it felt good because a big thing that we've been working on in practice is sharpening up our execution defensively and offensively. And that kind of run is a testament to defensive execution. So it's pretty refreshing.
Yeah, I think one number I was looking at the stat sheet is 27 turnovers, and that's a big number for us, because, you know, that's with the press and, you know, our pressure defense. That's the kind of stuff, you know, we look at, and yeah, it's good to see that, you know, it paid off tonight.
You guys have both been around college basketball, you know, for a while, and every team has games like this where they kind of just, you know, have a game scheduled early in the season to, you know, kind of work on some things. But you tell the younger players about how to approach this game and how to stay focused throughout the game so that it actually prepares you going forward.
You just got to treat it like it's a big game. Every game, the next game is always the biggest game. So you can't take any team lightly, especially in college basketball. So the biggest thing really is to go out, play hard, and make sure you're executing defensively and offensively.
Yeah, I think I told our guys early in the game, I was like, they're not going to lay down. You know, no team is going to come in here, you know, play UNLV and just lay down and let us, you know, run all over them. That's, you know, the teams are going to come in here and they're going to try and compete. And I let that be known. And guys responded, and guys didn't play with lackadaisical, efforts. They came in here ready to play, and it's a testament to how our team prepares and just gets ready for each and every game, and each and every game counts, and we need to work on ourselves as much as who we're playing against. We need to get better moving forward.
What was each of your guys' view of Derek's dunk? Were you on the court or from the bench?
I was on the bench.
Yeah, I was on the bench too. It was crazy.
I mean, we see it so much though. Like we're kind of starting to get used to it, but I mean, it's still every time. It's impressive. It's impressive what that guy can do.
Yeah, it's a freak of nature.
Any more questions for the players? Thanks, guys.